Let's get ready to story!
Recently, I had a revelation. I got out of the shower. I'm standing in the bathroom, combing my beautiful locks, with a towel around my waist thinking, my God, what a gift. As I walked down the hallway, something caught me out of the corner of my eye in our spare bedroom. And I stopped, I froze, I thought. I backed up, and I looked. And there, in the mirror in front of me, mockingly, with the towel around his waist, was my father. I went, oh my God. All of a sudden, my golden locks were gray. I had crow's feet. I had wrinkles. There was stuff hanging over the towel and lumps that weren't there 15 minutes ago. I walked down the hallway dejected, thinking to myself, what the hell just happened? I went to my bedroom to get dressed, to get out and explain this to my wife. And I started thinking about my father. My father was a great man in my eyes. He was a big man, a strong man's man. And he was a good Irishman. Any question you asked my father was always replied to with a curse. Dad, it's raining outside. Shall I take my umbrella? Same 3 words. Now, goddamn it, don't you think you should take your umbrella? If you were unlucky enough to get caught in the rain and you come in wet, Dad, I'm all wet. Same meaning, different 3 words. You stupid son of a bitch, where was your umbrella? Even to strangers. A guy stopped him one day to ask him how to get to the Steamtown Mall. My father said, now, goddamn, the guy pulled away. So I get dressed in my bedroom, put the sweats on to get downstairs and see my wife, and I walk by our full-length mirror in our bedroom. We have a lot of mirrors. And there he was again, looking back at me, but this time he was dressed, and you all know the outfit. The sweatpants torqued up to the nipples, the t-shirt tucked in, and the black socks. I almost had a heart attack. I get downstairs, and I said to my bride of 33 years, I said, honey, you'll never guess what just happened to me, and I explained it to her. She said, you look like your father, you talk like him, you are him for the last 8 years. I was crushed. However, as she said this, I realized she looked like her mother, she sounded like her mother, and she was her mother. Of course, I didn't have the guts to tell her that. My mother-in-law was a great person. I often refer to her as my sainted mother-in-law. Another great Irish woman. She had 13 children. No TV, no heat. I don't know. My mother-in-law and my father were both widowed, and we used to kid them all the time that perhaps they should hook up. They should get together. Now this is in my mind, and I'm thinking, when I go to bed tonight, am I going to bed with my mother-in-law? As a Catholic schoolboy, I'm pretty sure that's a mortal sin. I gotta get a judgment call on it. I'm not positive, but it may be a mortal sin. I called my children. I had grown children. I called them in the kitchen. I said, guys, come in here. Who do I remind you of? And I struck the best movie star pose I could think of. Both of them said in unison, Grandpa. I was crushed. I sat in my chair, head down, thinking to myself, oh my God, I aged 40 years in 20 minutes. But I started thinking about my father. And like I said before, to me, my father was a great man. I realized as life went on that everything my father told me turned out to be true. If he said a guy was a rat, it took years to find out, but the old man was right. Any advice I asked my father, he stepped up and gave me the right advice, despite the fact that I didn't believe it at the time. Women used to say my father was a handsome man, even in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. So I thought to myself, you know what? This ain't too bad. Apparently everything I say is right. Apparently all the advice I give is spot dead on. And I'm a handsome man, at least the 60, 70, or 80-year-old is. Thank you very much.